Welcome or welcome back to Money Sunday, where we are budgeting to create the best version of our future selves. I'm gonna hop right into it and go ahead and get things done. This is Money Sunday week 6, going strong. Thank you so much for coming back to chill with me. If you're new here, welcome, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button twice so you get notifications because we do this every Sunday. So grab your budget, grab your pens, or just tune in, listen in. But let's go ahead and hop right into it. All right, so last week's goals were to try by the end of August to have September funded. So we are, we're making strides, and we'll see where we are by the end of this video. All right, so for this week, income was 1179.75. We rolled over 21.29 from last week, and we did have $35 in tips, and we had $95 from declutter sales. So the 95 I've already moved to the push account, and the $35 is going to be moved. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now with you. We're going to move those funds to the Roth account, because what's going to happen is today is Sunday, so tomorrow I'm going to go online and I'm gonna go ahead and transfer it today to the Roth account, and then I'll go in Monday and like set the what type of fund and all I wanted to go to, because you can only do the trading during trading hours. So that 35 goes to Roth, and what I'm gonna start doing, I had it up there that we were going to do that monthly, but I think I want to do that weekly. I want to go ahead and at the end of every week, as we're doing the Money Sunday, whatever I have, I'll go ahead and set up a draft to send it to the Roth, and then I'll go in on Monday, and I will Monday or Tuesday, whenever it says it's clear, and I will go in and actually make my selections as far as which stocks and things I want it to be on. So I'm going to do it that way because, again, our goal is to set up the best financial future. And I think that's going to help us better because compounding, instead of just letting it sit in the checking account all month, I'm going to go ahead and be putting it on over in the Raw so it can start getting, compounding and things of that nature. So I'm going to do it that way. All right, so that's gone. So we have a total of 120104 to budget for this week. So I'm going to take that, put it up top. Okay. All right, that clears that out. Now you'll see I have 4 categories that were overspent. So the water bill, we allotted $40. It was actually billed at $41.67. Groceries, I went overboard a little bit. Eating out, I went over about $10, and shop supplies, I went over about $13.89. There's some things that I ran out of. I will say with groceries, it was more grabbing snacks and things, and my mess up is I did not go in with a list. I went in with a recipe of the thing that I wanted to cook for the week, which turned out to be like this chicken pastry. And instead of having a list of all the things I needed, I just got the stuff that I needed for that recipe, plus started picking up extra stuff. I should have went in with a list of everything that I needed and got that stuff and got out of the store. So words to the wise, always take a list when you go grocery shopping. Eating out, there was just a couple days that I packed my lunch, but there was a couple days I actually rushed out of the house so fast, like today being one of those, that I forgot to grab my lunch, and I ended up having to stop to get something because I was starving by the time I got here. So that's another thing, making sure I grab my stuff. And hair and shop supplies, there was a couple of items that I did not realize that I was almost out of, that I had to grab. So that was that. And again, it's over budget, but it's only for the week. So hopefully it won't be over budget for the month. You know what I mean? But my point is I'm going to clear those. I left them as showing overspent because I'm going to clear those things with the money from this week. But I just wanted to give you an idea of how that works. It will be the same as if you have the envelopes and you're doing cash stuffing. Because even though there are 3 areas here that are overspent, I still have $9 in those accounts, in those envelopes from gas and this, that, and the third that could still be used. You know what I mean? Because there's still money in other things, but because I overspent, that money had to be moved elsewhere. But there's still money available. But anywho, let's move into this thing. All right, so we know that most of August was already completed by the end of July. So let's go back here. Let's go back to the top. So business, let's click on that. All the business money has been fully funded. So we have nothing there. It's just the money is there. It's just waiting for the bills to become due, because these things down here are like on auto draft. So just waiting for them to come due. So we're good on the business end. Household. The mortgage is paid. The money's there for the life insurance. We do have to pay the phone bill and the Capital One bill, and that comes up to $380 for those two items. So I'm going to go ahead and fund those. All right. So we can get those two bills paid. The money's there for those. All right. Credit card payment had already been paid. One off and due soon. So I need 73 for the B scan. Let's see. 73 for the B scan. 66 there and 66 there. So that comes up to 206.67. So I'm going to go ahead and fund the portion of those things that are due for this month. All right. So of the 295, we're almost there for the B scan, so that's good. Good deal. Going on down. Irregulars. The irregulars have already been covered for this month. All right. So let's see. Last but not least, we have flex. So we're going to put another 212 in flex and see where we're looking at right now, 614.37. So we're still looking good. So let me go in here real quick and put in the numbers for flex. And we're simply just adding. So, oh crap. All right, so let's see. It was 38. And I'm just going to add another 38 for the week. 38. 38. What's 38? I hate having to do it this way. All right. And I'm literally just doing whatever I directed last week. I'm doing the same thing because it's gonna total out to 212 a week. And see how there now it says 424. So last week we did 212. This week we're doing 212. And see how the items that were overspent here have been taken care of. They're no longer red. The only thing, the one thing that's showing overspent is the $1.67 for the light bill, for the water bill that was over. But what I'm gonna do there, I'll show you shortly. So that takes care of enough flex for this week on top of whatever was left. So we're good on flex. All right, emergency fund is good. The push, and that's why I was gonna show you the 95 that I got from the declutter sales. I put that here. So right now the push, we're at 429 with a goal of 5,000. So we're on the way. And then right now we're looking at, for the Roth, we're looking at 160. So since we're just opened this thing and it's only been open just a couple short weeks, not even quite a full month, we've already put in $160 into our Roth IRA, which is amazing, and getting things set up there. So we're on the way. We're on the way to our financial future. Let's see. So we've got the foundation set. Now we're building upon it. All right. So we got the flex and everything done. Now I'm gonna go back to business, and it was $1.67 on the water bill. Now I could do a couple things, right? I could either take the 80 cents that was left over from the light bill that wasn't used, and which I think I am going to do that, or I have the bank fees and miscellaneous. I always allot 25. It's usually less than that, so I could take it from here. I could leave it like this till the end of the month to see how things go, but me personally, I don't want to keep looking at that red light up there for the rest of the month, so I'm going to go ahead and I am going to cover, it says cover overspending from, first I'm going to take I was going to take it from that light bill from the overage, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just take it from, nope, I'm not going to do that either. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm going to take it from the bank fees and the miscellaneous. All right. So now it just shows that the bank fees are a little short and the water is cleared out. And I would normally take that right there and try to fill it back up, but I'm not, because I haven't, in this bank account, I haven't done a whole lot of things. So I don't expect the bank fees to be high. So I'm going to leave that here, even though I would love for that to be green. I ain't worried about it. Because I can still do this. I can kind of snooze it just to get it so it will turn green and not be yellow, because the money was put there. So it's not like, I didn't put it there. The money was put there. I just used a little bit out of it to take care of that water bill. So anywho, that's all done. Everything for the month. What is underfunded, the $421.84, meaning that the money's not there for, is all in flex. And that is just our basic spending. So as of right now, the month of August, the bills are completely paid. The money's there for Capital One and the money is there for the phone. We just took care of that. We took care of the one-off bills that had to be done. The irregular was already paid. So August is really completely taken care of, other than the basic spending money. And I've already put it there for this week. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and we're going to start looking into September. Because again, our goal is going to be, and see, I just moved over to the month of September. Again, our goal is trying to go ahead and be a month ahead, to help when it comes to going ahead and starting the push. Because by the end of this month, we want to start the, really focusing the extra on the push. So I feel in my mind, if I am a month ahead, it's going to make that a whole lot easier for me. All right, so we have in the business side, we're underfunded, like the full everything that would be needed is $1,359.59. All right, so right now it is depending, to fill this whole thing is about $1,400. So it's like, do I want to do that, or do I just want to hold to roll? I don't like holding to roll because I feel like if I hold to roll, then I'm not going to I'll tell you what, I'm going to do this. I don't want to hold to roll, but I'm going to go ahead and put 400. So if I take care of the Gloss Genius and the Biz, if I go ahead and put that in for next month, that's 400 on the money. So I'm going to go ahead and fund that, and that's going to leave me with 237. I'm going to take that 237 back into July, and I am going to assign it to, I'm going to assign it to our hold to roll. So am I holding $2.37 to roll to the next pay week? I absolutely am. Okay, so that takes care of all of August, the flex, a couple things, and then we've started working on September, with hopefully with the goal to have September done by the end of August, so that we can go ahead and get the moving forward on the push. Progress has been really good. I'm happy with how things are going, and I hope you guys are following me along as you budget your irregular income as well. The wins this week, like I said, the losses this week in lessons, overspent on a few categories. Some of those things I needed to catch while they were on the discount, so I did, and it is what it is. But the wins this week are still being consistent enough to show up and show you guys, even though I overspent and did things that weren't the best, just still show up and show you how you maneuver through those things. You don't just give up because you had a bad moment. You keep going and pushing through. Like a quick thing, and another reason why I'm really wanting to be the month ahead is because, like yesterday, when at work, like I lost some revenue because when I came in at 8 o'clock, I came in like 7:15 Saturday morning, and my AC went out. And when I walked in, it was 85 degrees in here. I cannot service clients in the 85-degree salon space when I'm dealing with blow dryers and all that kind of sort of stuff. So it just being ahead is being able to help me pivot, because although did I need that money this week? Absolutely. But Am I gonna, put myself in a bad situation without it? No, because I've been planning ahead for this because the bills are already paid for this month. It's just basically to we're paying for next month. But being able to do this has relieved a lot of stress because normally I would have been trying to pivot and figure out a whole bunch of things, but I was able to say, hey, can I reschedule you for next week? It is 85 degrees in here, and I don't want you or myself to suffer through that for 2-3 hours while you're getting your hair done. And was able to get things rescheduled with no issue. So that's another part of what this is helping. The being prepared and being proactive instead of reactive is amazing. Next week goes to my goal is to make at least about 1,200 next week, if not more. More is always better, but to make at least 1,200 next week, so that way I can go ahead and put more towards the September bills and getting it done as soon as possible. And let's see, I think that's about it. I'm still working to build this channel. So love having you all here. Whether you're irregular income like myself or not, just to be able to be here, we're being accountable, we're setting the budgets and we're moving through things and we're doing all the things of the foundation to set up the best version of our financial future. And I'm thanking you for being here with me. So please like, comment, share, subscribe, get the notifications, do all the things, hype the videos up, just to bring other people that are like-minded that may be in the same situation to be able to find this channel. And if I resonate with them, that they can join along and be able to set things up for themselves as well. Because as always, we know better and we knew better. We just always weren't in the position to do better. But now that we are, we're taking accountability and moving forward in the process, setting the financial foundation and building upon it. That's exactly what we're doing. We're doing it week by week, day by day, transaction by transaction, but we are doing it. It's not going to be perfect, but everything is a part of the process. Thank you so much, and I will see you back about Wednesday next week, and we'll talk about a couple things, and then we'll come back again, of course, for Monday, Sunday. So I'll see you soon. Take care.